On Inside Stuff with Martins Oloja today, we'll talk on say no to another anti-corruption agency. This is necessary at this time because at the end of the Federal Executive Council yesterday, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation announced to the nation that another anti-corruption agency to manage proceeds of crime will be set up because a bill will be made ready for the National Assembly to enact a law for a body to manage proceeds of crime. This is not a good story at this time because it is a time we are talking of too many agencies that increase the cost of governance that the federal government itself has been talking about. So it is high time we began to tell the federal government that the nation is worried about borrowing for consumption, borrowing for paying cost of governance. This is not the right time. There are so many agencies that have been managing this. The fact that EFCC specifically could not account for proceeds of crime and the Salami panel has been set up to look into loss of fund or why they have not been able to pay this into various accounts created for this or have not been able to account for this should not mean that the solution to inefficiency at the EFCC or corruption at the EFCC that is being investigated is another agency. You dig a hole to cover a hole. That is not any solution to any problem. You create more problems. The Central Bank of Nigeria is there. Years ago, the same EFCC collected money, proceeds of crime, from a governor who was later jailed in London. It was $15 million US. An account was created for it at the central bank. The central bank is there to create escrow account for this kind of thing. It's not a big deal. You don't need an agency. You only need to talk to the CBN, among other bodies. They create an account for you. It's just an instrument to keep proceeds of crime. You don't need another agency. Then they are creating the impression that we will continue to get proceeds of crime that will become a permanent feature and corruption will become a permanent feature in our country. Once you create an agency like that, it means that it will be there forever. So it does not require another agency. What is required now is efficiency and responsibility of the existing agencies. Paying money into an account is not a problem. And I think we have a responsibility at this time to advise our president to just forget about another bill to create an agency to manage proceeds of crime. We are not criminals. Some people have just misbehaved and then we are managing that one. I would like to end by saying that the way to deal with this thing is to reform the civil service. Once you reform the civil service, you do not need anti-corruption agency. You continue to prevent this criminality from the civil service, where procurement is done, where papers are made, where documents are made. Reform the civil service, not another anti-corruption agency. One agency, too many, for the purpose of dealing with corruption in our country. And EFCC is there, ICPC is there, Code of Conduct Tribunal is there. And I think it is high time we began to tell our government that we do not need another agency. We need efficiency. We need responsibility of the existing ones. We do not need another one. That is my view. What is yours? Drop your opinion at the comment section and let's continue from there. That is Inside Stuff with Martins Oloja, The Guardian, Nigeria.